This is box study, which is the reason I call it box study, it's a study of boxes laid randomly and overlapping on a field. And it's ready to be introduced at NeoCon, and it should have like 16 colorways. If I can come up with 16 different colorways that all have these many colors in it. So I'll be excited to see it when it's finally done. Here's the box study pattern that I was showing before. And then here it is in the carpet software. And of course, look how big that looks, how small that looks. That's just how we have to imagine it. Here's the striping arrangement. And let's see what it looks like when we blow it up. It'll look a little more like it. But also when carpet tufts, it's always a little bit longer than it is this way. So that's why this is a little, but also what was cool about this design is, remember the R's were taking that little design and flipping and rotating it? Well, what I also did to make this very random, so that when you put another piece next to it, again, this is roll good, so this is going to be a 6-foot wide repeat, but you still want it to seam nicely. I made a very small color arrangement. It's only 100, and I think I did it like 116 wide. But these little boxes are in groups of 3. And since it's not a factor of that number, it doesn't meet. So it's like if you see where you see these 3 red checks, you come across and you never see 3 red in a row exactly like that. Like you say, oh, maybe that's not that, because that under there is different. So the repeat is really way over here somewhere. So because the color doesn't meet with the pattern, it makes it look even more random.
Cool.
So my challenge is trying to get the colors to all be balanced and the checks to show on the ground. It's one of the hardest things I've ever colored. It's taken like three times, going back and forth, having to make samples. I do it on the computer as help, but it doesn't help. A lot of times the reason is because when something's tufted, it's very raised, but then when it goes through finishing, it gets flattened, and then it looks very different. So, I just finished the colors 2 days ago, so this will be ready for NeoCon, hopefully.